Just something super awkward. Hopefully you click on it. I am struggling.
What are you even gonna buy?
Lots of food.
Freeing up a little bit of rolling resistance in the mid and top end. What if the focus is just terrible?
Jeez, what are the cobwebs on the old tripod? We gotta break it out, clean it off, get all this stuff going again. Whew.
Welcome back to the Munson Motorsports YouTube channel. Hope everyone had a great summer off. For me, summer went way too quick. Spring and the beginning of summer was pretty rough, so I feel quite behind in terms of where I wanted to be with the sled program and moving into this time of the year. Like Heydays is 4 or 5 days away. So with that in mind and everything just all of a sudden ramping up and getting into sled mode and people are reaching out again and messaging and all that, I want to do a season intro kind of video this year. Just kind of going over my rough plan for the season and what I have upcoming for you guys and content and all that stuff. Mentioned Heydays, like I said, 4 or 5 days away. Dad and I are going out to that again this year. So we leave Thursday, go out there, do some interviews, check the whole place out, kind of give you guys another lengthy vlog style video about that whole trip and the experience of it. So that way, if you guys are too far away and you can't go or whatever the case may be, you get to come along for that adventure, see some new products, see all the stuff that we go and check out. So that's coming up real soon. This video here, if you're seeing that, we're leaving for Heydays probably tomorrow or the next day or something like that. Either way, it's all right in the same time frame. So Heydays is coming up. What else? I'm looking at my list over here, referencing this a bunch. Season plan stuff, sled-wise. I did not order anything new this year, kind of putting the massive new sled purchases on the back burner a little bit because sleds are getting expensive. You all know it. It's a lot of money to shell out every year and then take quite the hit that we're taking on resale now. So with that in mind, focusing on refining Catalyst 858 RXC stuff, working with Will at Velocity Sled Performance again. We got some clutching stuff coming. We've got remote tuning available now for 858s and 600 Catalyst. And what that means remote tuning wise is you can either do the handheld option that Will has. So you get a little device, you can flash it in your garage, you know, hang out with your buddies, have a beer, flash your sled, off you go. Or you can bring it to someone like me or the guys at Thunder Products, plug in with a laptop, we can flash it. We do need the whole sled, so keep that in mind if you're trying to plan all that stuff, but that remote tuning stuff is in the works now. The handheld option is there. 858 tunes, we still have a little bit of refinement to do on that stuff, so Will's working through that, I'm working through that, gonna get some logs and stuff once the season gets going, but that will be available real soon. Other Catalyst stuff that's worth, car going down the road, worth mentioning, out at Heydays, I'll be meeting with Ben at Arctic Cat again. We're going to go over some of the 2026 refinements and updates that they've done. I'll ask him about, you know, retrofitting that stuff into the 25s and 24s. Got some other Catalyst specific, I am struggling. Got some other Catalyst specific stuff that I'm meeting about out there that I'll cover for video stuff, interviews and whatnot. But as far as that sled goes for me and mine this season, I think I'm just going to do a little bit of work on the seat foam and then just kind of ride it and refine the clutching and do some tuning stuff with Will. I don't really have a whole lot else to do to it. I'm pretty happy with where I ended up with it at the end of the season. So yeah, that's kind of that one. Moving from that, what else do we got? The boost, working again with Will at Velocity on some boost stuff. I got a couple videos coming out shortly after Heydays involving that stuff. So some upgrades and some things that he's working on and I'm helping go through and put them on and test and whatever, the whole deal. Boost stuff coming, that going back to different-ish setup in terms of traction. That will come along with everything else. Struggling. It's tough getting back into this. You take a whole summer off of filming and everything, and then going and doing this whole bit feels really awkward at first. So bear with me for a little bit while I get back into the groove of all this. Again, really like where it's at. Just kind of, it's not necessarily a back burner sled, but it's not going to get ridden a ton. It's awesome. I don't need to do a lot with it. I enjoy riding it, but it's getting turned up a little bit to the point where it isn't like the perfect all-around take it out every day sled. It's kind of not application specific at this point, but like you kind of got to go into it with the mindset of like, I'm riding this thing because it is what it is. So I don't know exactly how to word that, but yeah, we're going to still do some stuff with that. Cool things coming for that. The 1200 Canada sled, I've got a whole long list of things that I really want to do to that, but the struggle has been time. Like I said, spring and summer were not very friendly to me, so I'm quite a bit behind. I've got car projects lingering that'll be a couple weeks after heydays until I get those done, and then I can start working on sled project stuff. So I've got quite a bit to do in terms of getting myself ready for the riding season. So I don't know how much of this 1200 dream project I'm going to get to do, but really the main focus with that for Canada riding and saddlebag stuff is heat management in terms of foot and just paneling and getting heat out of it and away from me, and freeing up a little bit of rolling resistance in the mid and top end. I feel like it just needs another 5 to 8 miles an hour in that mid to very top end range to kind of be right where I want it to be, alongside the 900Rs and all the other modern 4-strokes that are in the riding group. So that's the plan with that one. The XC mod, I have no idea what I'm doing with that. I know some people hate that I call it a mod, but it's just a contraption. So what else do you call it at that point? I kind of want another 4-stroke thing so that when we do go on Canada trips, I can put Elbert on a 4-stroke and neither of us have to worry about oil, but we currently only have one, and it's 1200. So potentially buy another 1200, maybe buy an old high mileage Sidewinder and I'll ride that thing. I don't know. Maybe get a 900T Skidoo and then put the 900T driveline into the XC contraption and use the R motion from the 900 and do some sort of mod like that, like I was originally thinking when I bought the 1200, and then it was too nice to tear apart. So thoughts, comments on that whole segment there of finding an additional 4-stroke for when both of us go to Canada. I don't know. I need some ideas. I need some opinions. Help me out. Put some stuff in the comments, some ideas or whatever. Yeah, I think that kind of covers that. Let's see what's next. As far as content stuff goes, my goal is 2 to 3 videos a week once we get into the peak of the season. 3 is kind of a lot in terms of filming, editing, releasing, all that stuff. It gets very busy doing all the editing time. 3 is the dream. 2 is what I think is manageable. 1 is kind of the minimum, right? 1 a week is kind of my minimum. That's what I was able to stick with last season, even though it was very hectic. A lot of testing time, a lot of trying to develop stuff. Not doing that again. That honestly killed me in terms of stress level and stuff like that throughout the season. It was just too much. So dialing that side of things back so that I can do more content and get more fun videos out there and like the project stuff. Oh, sled-wise, forgot about Dad's Viper. I'll have a video very shortly after the Heydays one with an update on Elbert's Viper contraption that has the IGX skid in it. That's going to be an interesting one. Internet's probably not going to like what we're doing with it, but oh well. So yeah, content-wise, hopefully 2 to 3 videos a week, shooting for a absolute minimum of 1 a week of something, hoping to do more of the vlog-style trip coverage and just go on more riding adventures and more trips and cover those. Shop content obviously will still be there, build stuff will still be there, but if there's something else that you guys feel like I'm missing, if you want more information on riding gear or whatever the case may be, what you guys want to see, again, put it in the comments, let me know. More than happy to kind of tailor the channel in the direction that the audience wants it to go, right? Within reason. Think about that. If there's stuff that, you're interested in, put it in the comments. I'll see what I can do. All right, I got 2 things left to touch on here. Well, technically 3, but 2 main ones that I've got written down. Am I trying to look at my screen here, make sure that I'm kind of not fully washed out? 2 things. 1, the Progressive Spring stuff. They are in production right now. Hopefully we will have those on hand early November. Worst case, mid-November is our approximate lead time of when those are back in hand. Like I've reiterated, I feel like I'm beating a dead horse here. Spring, summer, not great for me. But thankfully, Andy Wenslaff, Dan, and Bruce over at Southside worked together and continued the spring program. They found a new supplier here in the United States to manufacture those so that we don't have to deal with tariffs and all that crap. Quality control is still there. They are all gloss black. Those guys put together a 3rd option in terms of spring rate and sizing and whatnot. So we've got, well, I'll wait till after. We'll touch on that more. But everything's in production, 2-inch and 175 body. The 2-inch will fit, obviously, 2-inch Walker Evans stuff. The 175s will fit QS3s, the VR1 style 175 body shocks. The 2-inch also fit like KYB Pro 46s. So we'll have a full list of what we've confirmed fitment and application and all that stuff on. But yeah, those are in the works. So everyone that's reaching out and asking and we have on backlog lists or have done pre-orders with Andy, they're coming. They're on the way. All that stuff's in action, just kind of sorting out distribution, who's selling what and all that stuff. more on that later after Heydays. Bruce and Jesse will have a video on that as well. That covers the first point. Second point, contacting me and things in that regard. The best thing you can do is go on my website, Munson Motorsports, go to the contact page and submit a submission form right there. Some people continue to try and reach out on Facebook Messenger and stuff. That's my personal page. I'm trying to keep that completely separate from this. Not that it's like a huge problem and I don't want that to seem like arrogant and that I don't appreciate you guys reaching out. It's just, it gets to be a lot when there's all these different platforms and people are reaching out all over the place. The best for me to keep track and respond as efficiently as I can is for you to reach out on the website and through that submission form. So if you guys could do that moving forward, that would be awesome. I'm not trying to ignore anyone. If I haven't gotten to you, I'm sorry. Sometimes they go to weird message requests, and then on Instagram, there's like all requests and top requests, and there's all these different subfolders, and it's just kind of tricky to keep track of all that and get back to everyone. So yeah, hopefully that is received well. Contact form on the website, best thing you can do. I'll do my best to get back to everyone as quickly and efficiently as I can. Yeah, that kind of covers that. That wraps up the majority of this video. I know this probably hasn't been the most exciting because it's just me standing here talking, and I'm trying to put in filler clips of the sleds and stuff here and there as I can where it makes sense. But yeah, that's kind of the intro. Heydays video is coming up. Real excited about that, or Heydays trip and then video. Yeah, I'm rambling. I've got hats. Hats are coming. There is this yellow and black color, black and gray. I've got a bunch of other colors coming. I also have non-trucker style, so they're all the twill all the way on all the panels. They are all Richardson 112 or 312 fitment because that's what fits my weird head best. And I planned this that in case no one buys any, I can wear them for the next 20 years. So that's why a lot of the stuff is the fitment that it is, because it fits me. In case no one buys anything, I've got it and it covers me for a long time. Hats will be available on the web store probably after Heydays. I'm assuming that's when they're going to come in and when I'll be able to get all that going. But there's a bunch of different colors and options and stuff there. Some are very, very limited. Like a few of them, I only ordered 2 of each color. So that way there's some exclusivity to them down the line. Yeah, trying to do that, trying to work on some shirt designs. Hoodies, I've got messages out for screen printing to see what I can do there to get more hoodies in. So there will be some merch. There are a bunch of shirts available on the web store right now. So yeah, it's the season came very quick. I wasn't and am not fully ready, but we're working on it. We're getting there, catching up on the backlog of all the automotive work and engines and swaps and things. And I'm wiring cars semi-remotely down the road and all this stuff. So working on it all, it's coming together. Again, very excited for Heydays. And again, thank you if you found your way back to this video. Thank you for watching. Thanks for the support. And we'll see you in the next one. All right, I don't know what to do for, this is a little bonus at the end for you guys. I don't know what to do for a thumbnail for this video because the thumbnail do be mattering. And I'm just gonna make a really awkward one like this, or maybe something like this, or like a, you know, just something super awkward. Hopefully you click on it. I don't know what to do for this because it's just me sitting here talking, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. You know, we got to do it. So hopefully that works. I don't know. We'll find out.